Welcome to View Pharma Insights, where science meets innovation. In this course, you are going to learn how AI is revolutionizing analytical chemistry by making laboratories smarter, faster, and more efficient. Let's explore the future of analytical science together. In this module, we'll build the foundation for understanding AI in analytical chemistry. We'll explore evolution of analytical science, why traditional data analysis is no longer enough, what molecular intelligence means, how AI differs from statistics and chemometrics, and finally, see real-world industry applications. Let's get started. Before we explore artificial intelligence, let's take a quick journey through the evolution of analytical chemistry. Over the past 2 centuries, analytical science has progressed from simple visual observations and classical bad chemistry to highly sophisticated AI-enabled analytical platforms. Each advancement has improved sensitivity, speed, accuracy, and decision making. Understanding this evolution helps us appreciate why artificial intelligence is not just another technology, it is the next major revolution in the analytical science. At its core, analytical chemistry is the science of answering two fundamental questions: what is present and how much is present. Whether we are testing pharmaceuticals, food products, environmental samples, or biological materials, analytical chemistry provides the reliable data needed to ensure product quality, patient safety, regulatory compliance, and scientific innovation. In the early days of analytical chemistry, scientists relied almost entirely on manual techniques. They measured weights and volumes, observed color changes, and identified precipitates to conclusions. While these classic methods laid the foundation of modern analytical science, they were labor-intensive, time-consuming, and often influenced by human interpretation and variability. As science and industry advanced, the limitations of classic analytical methods became increasingly apparent. Industries needed to detect trace level of impurities, analyze complex samples, and deliver results much faster. In areas like pharmaceuticals and environmental testing, traditional techniques simply couldn't keep pace. This growing demand paved the way for more advanced analytical technologies. The introduction of analytical instruments marked a turning point in analytical chemistry. Instead of relying solely on visual observations, scientists could now measure signals generated directly by molecules. This shift dramatically improved sensitivity, accuracy, precision, and speed, enabling the analysis of increasingly complex samples with far greater confidence. One of the greatest breakthroughs in analytical chemistry was the development of chromatography. This powerful technique enabled scientists to separate hundreds of compounds within a single sample, accurately identify impurities, and quantify them at trace levels. Today, chromatography remains the backbone of pharmaceutical quality control, research, and regulatory testing. Every molecule has a unique spectral fingerprint. Spectroscopy uses these signatures to rapidly identify compounds, eliminating the need of extensive chemical reactions. The next major transformation came with the adoption of computers in analytical laboratories. Paper records and manual calculations were gradually replaced by digital systems, making data management faster, more accurate, and fully traceable. This digital revolution significantly improved laboratory productivity, regulatory compliance, and the overall reliability of analytical workflows. Today's analytical instruments can generate massive volumes of high quality data in just minutes. The real challenge is no longer collecting data, it's interpreting it accurately and efficiently. Extracting meaningful insights from complex data sets has become the new bottleneck. And this is exactly where artificial intelligence is transforming modern analytical laboratories. One of the AI's greatest strengths is its ability to uncover patterns that are often impossible for human to detect. Rather than manually reviewing thousands of chromatograms or analytical results, AI can analyze vast dataset in minutes, identify hidden relationships, recognize trends, and even predict future outcomes. This enables scientists to make faster, smarter, and more confident decisions. Every major advancement in analytical chemistry has built upon the one before it, and artificial intelligence is the next step in that evolution. AI is not here to replace analytical chemist or analytical science. Instead, it empowers scientists by helping them interpret complex data more efficiently, make better decisions, and unlock insights that were previously difficult to discover. Today's artificial intelligence is already transforming analytical laboratories around the world, from method development and chromatographic data analysis to quality monitoring and regulatory support. AI is streamlining complex workflows. Its greatest value lies in helping scientists make faster, data driven decisions while maintaining the highest standards of scientific accuracy, quality, and the laboratories of the future will be increasingly automated, with AI managing many routine tasks such as sample processing, data analysis, and workflow optimization. Rather than replacing scientists, this shift will allow them to focus on high value activities like developing innovative solutions, solving complex problems, and making critical scientific decisions. The future is one of collaboration between human expertise and artificial intelligence. The history of analytical chemistry is the story of continuous innovation, each breakthrough improving our ability to measure, understand, and solve complex scientific problems. Artificial intelligence is the next natural step in this evolution. By combining advanced analytical techniques with intelligent data analysis, AI is helping laboratories become faster, smarter, and more insightful than ever before. Now that we have explored the evolution of analytical chemistry, it's time to examine the challenges of today's data-rich laboratories. Modern analytical instruments generate enormous amount of complex data, making traditional analysis increasingly difficult. In the next part, we will see why conventional approaches fall short and how artificial intelligence is helping scientists overcome these challenges with speed, accuracy, and confidence. Now we'll examine one of the biggest challenges in modern laboratories. While analytical instruments generate enormous amount of data, traditional methods often struggle to analyze it efficiently. Let's see how artificial intelligence is transforming this challenge into an opportunity. In the past, analytical chemists worked with relatively small data sets. that could be reviewed manually. Today, advanced instruments generate massive amount of analytical data in minutes, making manual interpretation increasingly difficult. This growing complexity is one of the key reasons AI is becoming essential in modern laboratories. Modern analytical instruments are built for high sensitivity and high throughput. Every analysis generates significantly more data than ever before, creating new opportunities for deeper scientific insights, but also increasing the complexity of data interpretation. This is where AI can make a significant difference. Today, collecting analytical data is easier than ever. Real challenge is transforming that vast amount of information into meaningful scientific insights. As data sets continue to grow, efficient interpretation has become the biggest bottleneck in modern analytical laboratories. The challenge isn't lack of expertise, it's the sheer volume and complexity of the data. While chemists excel at scientific reasoning and critical thinking, no human can efficiently process millions of data points and relationships at once. This is where artificial intelligence becomes a powerful partner, helping scientists to uncover patterns and insights that would otherwise be difficult to detect. Many analytical laboratories still depend on manual review of chromatograms and spectra. While effective for smaller workloads, this approach becomes increasingly slow, laboratory insensitive, and prone to variability as sample volumes continue to grow. AI helps overcome these limitations by delivering faster, more consistent data analysis. Many of the most valuable scientific insights are hidden within complex, multidimensional datasets. Traditional analysis often examine one variable at a time, making it easy to overlook subtle relationships and patterns. AI can analyze multiple variables simultaneously, revealing insights that are difficult to detect using conventional methods. Even a single HPLC study can generate thousands of interconnected data points. Analyzing these relationships using traditional spreadsheets is time consuming and often reveals only part of the picture. AI can rapidly process these complex datasets, uncovering meaningful patterns and insights that would otherwise be difficult to identify. Spreadsheet software is excellent for organizing data, performing calculations, and generating reports. However, it wasn't designed to uncover complex relationships hidden within massive analytical dataset. AI complements these tools by identifying patterns and connections that traditional spreadsheet analysis often misses. Today's laboratories generate data from multiple analytical platforms, including chromatography, spectroscopy, mass spectrometry, and dissolution systems. Integrating and interpreting these diverse data sets is a complex task that often exceeds the capabilities of traditional analytical methods. AI helps bring these data sources together to deliver deeper and more meaningful insights. Modern regulatory expectations go beyond generating analytical data. They emphasize data quality, life cycle management, and proactive risk assessment. To meet these standards, laboratories must not only collect data but also extract meaningful insights from it. AI can help transform analytical data into informed, compliant, and risk based decisions. Artificial intelligence doesn't replace the expertise of analytical chemists. It enhances it. By rapidly analyzing complex dataset, AI can identify hidden patterns, highlights meaningful relationships, and direct scientists towards the areas that deserve deeper investigation and informed decision making. AI should be viewed as a scientific assistant, not a replacement for the analytical chemist. While AI can process complex data and generate valuable insights, it is the scientist who asks the right question, validates the results, and make the final scientific and regulatory decisions. The greatest challenge in modern analytical chemistry is no longer generating data. It's converting the data into reliable scientific knowledge. Artificial intelligence provide powerful tools to accelerate this process. But meaningful insights still depends on the expertise, critical thinking, and scientific judgment of the analytical chemist. We have seen why traditional data analysis is reaching its limits in modern analytical laboratories. The next question is, what is molecular intelligence? In the next lesson, we will explore how AI goes beyond processing data to recognizing molecular pattern, predicting outcomes, and supporting smarter scientific decisions. Now we will learn molecular intelligence. Every molecule carries unique chemical and structural information, and our analytical instruments capture these molecular signatures. The real power of AI lies in transforming these analytical signals into meaningful scientific insights. Let's discover how molecules, data, and artificial intelligence work together to advance modern analytical chemistry. A molecule is much more than its chemical formula. Its structure determines how it behaves, how stable it is, and how it interacts with its environment. Every analytical technique is essence asking a molecule a question and the molecule answering through measurable signals. The role of analytical chemist supported by AI is to interpret those signals accurately and transform them into meaningful scientific knowledge. Molecules don't communicate with words, they communicate through their interactions with light, magnetic fields, heat, and electric energy. These interactions generate measurable analytical signals that reveals a molecule's identity, structure, and properties. Learning to interpret this molecular language is at the heart of modern analytical chemistry. Every analytical instrument reveals a different aspect of molecular behavior. Chromatography separates compounds. Spectroscopy studies their interactions with energy, and mass spectroscopy measures their molecular composition. Individually, each technique provides valuable information, but together they create a comprehensive picture of the sample. Analytical signals by themselves have little value. It is though calibration, data processing, scientific interpretation, and domain expertise that these signals become reliable knowledge. This transformation enables informed decisions that drive product quality, patient safety, and scientific innovation. Many laboratories focus on generating and reporting analytical results, but True intelligence goes beyond reporting. It uncovers trend, predicts future outcomes, and supports better scientific decisions. This is where artificial intelligence transforms data into actionable knowledge. Molecular intelligence brings together chemistry, analytical science, statistics, and artificial intelligence to better understand molecular behavior. By analyzing complex data sets, AI can uncover subtle patterns and relationships that are often difficult to detect through manual analysis, leading to deeper scientific insights and more informed decisions. Human expertise will always remain at the center of analytical chemistry. Artificial intelligence is a powerful assistant that enhances our ability to process complex information. But scientific judgment, result validation, and regulatory responsibility continue to rest with analytical chemists. Molecular intelligence goes beyond simply measuring compounds. It helps us understand why impurities form, how they evolve, and what can be done to prevent them. By combining analytical science with AI, laboratories can shift from reactive testing to proactive problem solving and process optimization. AI can detect degradation pattern long before they become obvious through conventional analysis. By identifying early stability trends, it helps scientists anticipate potential risks, optimize formulations, and make informed decisions about storage condition and product shelf life. The laboratories of future won't just generate data, they will continuously learn from it. By combining automation with artificial intelligence, the smart laboratories will improve workflows, enhance decision making, and enable faster, more reliable scientific discoveries. This framework brings together the key elements of molecular intelligence: chemistry, analytical instrumentation, data science, and artificial intelligence. Together, they transform raw analytical data into meaningful scientific insights, enabling faster, smarter, and more informed decision making. Molecular intelligence is not about replacing analytical chemistry, it's about making it more powerful. By combining analytical science, chemistry, and artificial intelligence, we can extract deeper insights, make faster decisions, and achieve more reliable scientific outcomes while keeping the chemist at the center of the process. We have explored the concept of molecular intelligence. In the next lesson, we will compare artificial intelligence with traditional statistics and chemometrics, understanding how these approaches differ and where each one excels is essential for choosing the right analytical tool and avoiding common misconceptions. Now we will explore the differences between statistics, chemometrics, and artificial intelligence. While these fields are closely related, each serves a unique purpose. Statistics helps us understand the data. Chemometrics extracts meaningful chemical information, and AI learns patterns to make predictions. By the end of this topic, you will understand how these three disciplines work together in the modern analytical laboratories. Many people use the terms statistics, chemometrics, and artificial intelligence interchangeably, but they are fundamentally different. Statistics helps us understand data and quantify uncertainties. Chemometrics applies statistical techniques to solve chemical problems, while AI goes a step further by learning patterns, recognizing complex relationships, and making predictions. Together, these three disciplines complement each other and play essential roles in modern analytical chemistry. Analytical data analysis has continuously evolved alongside advances in laboratory technology. Early laboratories relied primarily on statistics to evaluate experimental results. As analytical instruments generated larger and more complex data sets, chemometrics became essential for extracting meaningful chemical information. Today, artificial intelligence builds on these foundations by analyzing massive data sets, uncovering hidden patterns, and supporting predictive decision making, giving analytical scientists more powerful tools than ever before. Statistics is the foundation of analytical data analysis. It helps us measure variability, assess reliability, and validate analytical methods through parameters such as precision, accuracy, linearity, confidence interval. While statistics remains essential, it is best suited for relatively simple relationships and becomes less effective as analytical data sets grow larger and more multidimensional. Chemometrics combines chemistry, mathematics, and statistics to make sense of complex analytical data. Instead of examining one variable at a time, it analyzes multiple variables simultaneously, making it especially valuable for spectroscopy, chromatography, process analytical technology. Techniques such as PCA, PLS reveal hidden patterns and relationships, making chemometrics a vital link between traditional statistical analysis and modern artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence enables computer to analyze large analytical dataset, recognize complex patterns, and make data-driven predictions. Unlike traditional software, AI improves its performance as it learns from more data. In analytical chemistry, AI can classify unknown samples, predict stability, optimize analytical methods, and detect anomalies. However, its effectiveness depends on high quality of data, proper model validation, and the scientific expertise of the analytical chemist. Although statistics, chemometrics, and artificial intelligence all work with the data, they serve different purposes. Statistics measure variability and evaluates data quality. Chemometrics extracts meaningful chemical information from complex analytical data sets. Artificial intelligence builds on these foundations by learning from historical data, recognizing complex patterns, and making predictions. In modern analytical laboratories, these are three approaches complement one another and are often used together within the same workflow. Let's take HPLC method development as an example. Statistics is used to evaluate method performance through parameters such as precision, accuracy, robustness. Chemometrics examine how multiple variables like pH, flow rate, mobile phase composition interact to influence chromatographic performance. Artificial intelligence builds on these knowledge while learning from previous experiments and recommending optimized chromatographic conditions, helping reduce development time and experimental efforts. Each approach has its own strengths. Statistics is simple, transparent, and essential for routine analytical evaluations. Chemometrics is ideal for interpreting complex chemical data sets but requires specialized expertise. Artificial intelligence offers powerful prediction and automation capabilities, but its success depends on high quality data and proper validation. The key is not choosing one over the others. It's selecting the right approach for scientific problems at hand. The best analytical approach depends on problem you are trying to solve. Use statistics for routine data analysis and method validation. Choose chemometrics when interpreting complex multivariate data, particularly in spectroscopy and process analytical technology. Turn to artificial intelligence for predictions, automated decisions support, and large-scale data analysis. In modern analytical laboratories, these approaches work together to deliver best scientific outcomes. Rather than competing, statistics, chemometrics, and artificial intelligence work together to strengthen analytical science. Statistics ensure data quality and scientific reliability. Chemometrics extracts meaningful insights from complex data sets generated by techniques such as HPLC, FTIR, and NIR. Artificial intelligence builds on this foundation by recognizing patterns, making predictions, and supporting faster, smarter decision making. Together, they create a powerful analytical workflow that improves efficiency, accuracy, and scientific insight. Consider a long-term stability study. Statistics determine whether changes in assay or impurities are statistically significant. Chemometrics uncovers relationship between variables such as temperature, humidity, degradation products, and impurity profiles. Artificial intelligence goes a step further by learning from the historical stability data to predict future degradation trends and estimate product shelf life. Together, these approaches enables faster scientific decisions, reduce development time, and strengthen regulatory confidence. There is no single tool for every analytical challenge. Statistics is ideal for evaluating results and method performance. Chemometrics provide deeper insight from complex multivariate dataset, while artificial intelligence excel at prediction, classification, and automation. In the modern analytical laboratories, the greatest value comes from combining all three approaches to produce accurate, efficient, and scientifically meaningful results. Analytical laboratories are becoming increasingly digital, connected, and intelligent. The laboratories of the future will integrate advanced instruments with chemometrics, artificial intelligence, robotics, and automated workflows. Yet, technology alone is not enough. Human expertise will remain essential for designing experiments, interpreting results, and ensuring scientific integrity and regulatory compliance. The future belongs to laboratories where scientists and AI work together. So we have seen statistics, chemometrics, and artificial intelligence are complementary tools, each solving a different analytical challenge. Statistics ensure data reliability, chemometrics uncovers meaningful relationships in complex dataset, and AI adds predictive and decision support capabilities. Together, they form the foundation for modern analytical science. In the next lesson, we will explore real-world application of AI in pharmaceutical development, quality control, manufacturing, and regulatory science. Now it's time to see AI in action. In this lesson, we will examine real-world applications of AI across pharmaceutical research, analytical laboratories, quality control, manufacturing, and regulatory science, and discover how it helps scientists make faster, smarter, and more reliable decisions. Artificial intelligence no longer confined to drug discovery, it now supports nearly every stage of the pharmaceutical life cycle. From identifying drug candidate and optimizing formulation to developing analytical method, monitoring manufacturing process, predicting product stability, and supporting regulatory submissions. AI is transforming the way pharmaceutical organizations work. It is becoming an indispensable tool for improving efficiency, quality, and scientific decision making. Developing an HPLC or GC method often requires numerous experiments to optimize parameters such as mobile phase, composition, pH, flow rate, and column temperature. Artificial intelligence can learn from previous method development data and recommended promising experimental conditions before laboratory work begins. This reduces the number of trials and error experiments, shortens development time, lowers solvent consumption, and accelerates analytical method development. Quality control laboratories review hundreds of chromatograms every day, making manual peak integration and impurity identification both time consuming and repetitive. Artificial intelligence can automatically detect peaks, suggest accurate integrations, identify unusual chromatographic patterns, and flag results that require expert review. While the analytical chemist remains responsible for final decision, AI significantly improves efficiency, consistency, and overall laboratory productivity. Identifying unknown impurities is one of the most demanding tasks in analytical chemistry. Traditionally, scientists spend hours on even days interpreting LCMS and GCMS spectra to determine possible molecular structures. Artificial intelligence accelerates this process by comparing spectra with large databases, predicting fragmentation patterns, and ranking the most probable compounds. While expert scientific review remains essential, AI significantly reduces investigation time and improves confidence in impurity identification. Stability studies are essential for ensuring product quality, but they are also time consuming. Artificial intelligence can learn from the historical stability data to identify degradation pattern and predict future product behavior under different storage conditions. These insights help scientists prioritize formulations, identify potential stability risk earlier, and accelerate development decisions, while experiment studies continue to confirm the prediction. Many quality investigations begin only after out of specification results is reported. Artificial intelligence can continuously monitor analytical and process data to detect subtle trends and anomalies before they become critical. By identifying potential quality risk early, AI enables proactive investigations, helping laboratories reduce deviations, minimizing manufacturing delays, and strengthen overall product quality. Quality control laboratories work under tight timelines while processing large number of samples. Much of the workload involves repetitive tasks such as reviewing chromatograms, verifying system suitability, and preparing reports. Artificial intelligence can automate many of these routine activities, allowing analysts to focus on complex investigations, scientific interpretations, and ensuring the highest standards of product quality and regulatory compliance. Modern pharmaceutical manufacturing generates vast amount of data from sensors, instruments, and process control systems. Artificial intelligence analyzes these data sets to identify relationships between critical process parameters and product quality. By predicting potential deviations before they occur, AI helps optimize manufacturing conditions, improve batch con- consistency, reduce waste, and strengthen quality by design strategies. Preparing regulatory submissions involves reviewing thousands of pages of analytical data, validation reports, stability studies, and manufacturing records. Artificial intelligence can streamline these processes by verifying document consistency, identifying missing information, highlighting potential compliance risk, and organizing large data set. While regulatory experts remains responsible for final decisions, AI significantly reduces the time and the efforts required for document preparation, review, and submission. Determining the root cause of analytical failure or manufacturing deviation often requires reviewing chromatograms, equipment logs, environmental data, raw material records, process parameters. Artificial intelligence can rapidly analyze these diverse data sets, uncover hidden relationships, and highlight the most likely cause of the problem. This accelerates investigations, improves root cause analysis identification, and supports more effective corrective and preventive action. The next generation of analytical laboratories will be smarter, more connected, and increasingly automated. Advanced instruments, laboratory information system, robotics, and artificial intelligence will work together to collect, analyze, interpret data in real time. As routine tasks become automated, scientists will be able to focus on innovation, solving complex scientific problems, and making informed decisions that drive quality and discovery. Artificial intelligence creates value across the entire pharmaceutical organization and chemical industry. It accelerates research and drug discovery, improves efficiency in analytical laboratories, optimizes manufacturing processes, and streamlines regulatory documentation. By integrating AI across these functions, organizations can enhance product quality, reduce costs, shorten development timelines, and make faster data-driven decisions. In this lesson, we have learned that artificial intelligence is transforming modern pharmaceutical and analytical laboratories, from accelerating method development and impurity identification to predicting stability, enhancing quality control, optimizing manufacturing, and supporting regulatory compliance. AI is delivering real value across the pharmaceutical life cycle. In the next module, we will build the mathematical and data foundation behind AI, explained in a simple, intuitive way, designed specifically for analytical chemists with no advanced mathematics required. Thank you for joining me in this first module of AI in analytical chemistry. If you found this lesson valuable, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to view Pharma Insights, and share with colleagues who want to stay ahead in pharmaceutical science. In the next module, we will make AI simple by exploring mathematical foundation step by step with examples designed for specifically analytical chemists. We'll see you in next lesson.